Teen, everybody.
Hey, hi. Hello.
Hello. This is Luz Aguirrebena and Ellen Atkin from the Hot Mindset
Mastermind group. Mastermind group.
Mastermind, Marketing, Crowdfunding, and Campaign Team.
Yeah.
So, Ellen, how are you?
Thank you, Luz. Hello. I am really quite good today, and I'm really happy to be here talking to you. I know we've done a lot of work together over the last year and had a lot of these conversations, so I'm just really pumped and primed to be sitting here in my studio in Aldergrove, British Columbia. It's called Pacific Digital Arts. On Fraser Highway, so far. And then I'm talking to you about what's our subject today. What's our subject? What are we talking about?
Anger. Yes. Let me get my earphones that I forgot. 1 second.
Yes. So, folks, I'm an aerial photographer. Actually, I do photography.
Okay, anger. That's the subject of the day, because we've been doing a lot of anger in the last anger work, transmuting anger in the last year, in the last years, I would say, in plural.
Oh God, I've been doing it my whole life. I mean, I had a bucket load to start out with. I mean, it comes from, God knows where. It's just all part of that miasmatic, I know I made that word up, but, ethereal crap that is, part of our ancestry, part of our cultural, from, the beginning. It comes into, through our food, air, water, our parents, all the nonsense ideas. So we really have to filter that, and everyone has to filter that every day.
Yes, everybody.
But there's absolutely nothing.
Debate. No debate about it.
It's either real in society that actually, says the truth. Now that's what if the truth matters to you. The truth matters to me, and it should matter because a lot of, on a higher sense of getting along with people, the truth does help run things more smoothly. Now, for some people, like say the governments, some corporations, the truth doesn't matter at all, right? Courts might not matter at all, right? It's just that it's this railroading of this reality. And I'm immediately thinking of Nancy Hopkins, the majority rules. It doesn't matter if it's true or not, right? So if you are a child or an adult and you know the truth and you know that it's not being addressed and that an injustice is being spread for the benefit of somebody or something, you're probably going to get angry. And that's kind of the root of my anger, where something, but I've also participated in the charade as well. If I could be on the winning side, especially as a child, you don't know any better. If you're on the winning side, you're going to take it, right? You're going to be like, I don't care, maybe it's wrong, but I won the prize, right? So we're all part of it. We're all complicit in it. How do we get out of it? It's the whole awareness thing. It really is. But where is it? Where is this? How does the anger? How do we identify the anger? I guess that's the thing. Is identifying it. And lots of people made a mistake.
So let me insert something here that's so important, because it's my experience through the research. And of course, I have to say, I come from the South, and then I went back to the North, but I stayed in the South of the North, which there's a difference between the South and the North. And I think it at some level has to do with the sun, which is that, anger is expressed in a much more healthy manner in the South. It's less, there is a less less repression towards it. It's more ingrained in the culture, the Italians, the Greek, the Spaniards, everybody,
anger, it's all emotion with them. They'll express love more openly. They'll express all emotions more openly.
Yeah.
It's the northern conformity that it has the idea, the focus is on structure and systems in the north.
Yeah, in the north it's even more, because I think it's the Victorian era that completely sealed it in the collective consciousness, especially in the United States. So, because the Europeans are different, because they've been through the rule, through the wheel more times, so it's a different animal. Right. Europeans are a different animal.
Yeah, it's hard to turn back the wheel of thousands of years of culture, but when you got a new culture like in North America, well, you can start out by suppressing a whole start.
So for me, for me, the whole thing about the anger, it was always, I had permission to express my anger, The logical thing when anger emerged in my world was, why are you angry? It wasn't, oh, you cannot be angry. That's the difference, right? So why are you angry? Well, I'm angry because, because if you're angry, it's because of a reason. You cannot pretend that you're angry for nothing.
Right. Well, there's some respect for the truth. There's always
a reason. Exactly. Yeah.
But it becomes nothing when the truth is completely suppressed and is if there's no reason for anger, then it's just this miasma knot of bullshit that's in your gut or it's in your chest, it's in your body, it's in your etheric body, and you don't know where to begin, how to untangle it. When you're a baby, you don't even know, right? What injustice was done to you, right? And so this is what people, the real anger, the insane anger that, is scary. I mean, we have to give anger, anger can be very, very scary. Let's admit it. Anger kills people. So
okay. So let me go back to the origins, because the thing that I find fascinating is that, and I wanted to share this with you. I did before, but I wanted to share it with our audience because to me it was very interesting. I did a whole process on anger, and we're going to talk about that, and about all of the root of the anger and why it is repressed. But in the beginning, when there was a time, I love quotes, and of course you and I did a project on my quotes and your photographs. So, I write a lot of quotes myself. So I love quotes. And there was a long time in Facebook, and I want to do this experiment with you now because I have a page open right now here, okay? There was a page in Facebook. I would go to Facebook and put like always either a 3 or a 6, like 6, usually 6, like go with the word, find a quote from the masters and find 6 quotes around one word, which would be, peace or war or love or whatever, right? And find the ones that resonated with me the most. It was really exciting exercise for me. It was like, oh my God, my cellular body was having a ball with this. So until the day that I go and I put the word anger there, and to my surprise, I couldn't find more than maybe a 10% that resonated with my cellular body. The others were complete trash. Trash.
Right, sure. They're all about suppressing, like, don't get angry, forgive, and roll over and die, like,
and it was like
suppress anger, right? You can't.
Yeah, and it was so I was so shocked by it that I started my radio program in 2 years and a half ago in Wolf Spirit Radio, and the title was Anger is the gift of divinity to voice your right to demand better.
That's right. Yeah, I know
so because
yeah.
and then I put it in Facebook. I put it in Facebook, and it's the longest thread I have ever had. People talking about, oh my God, anger, anger, anger. Of course, I'm feeling it, but I don't know what to do with it. Right?
Yeah. Well, people don't know the roadmap out to truth. We are so like, you know, and that's why when a young person, or a person who, you know, gets angry, that can upset the people around them, that's when they have to become subdued at all costs, without getting to the root. Now, it's the true healer, it's the true therapist that can actually get to the root.
Of
but
course.
Most of us can't, you know?
Yeah.
Most parents
so
can't.
the other part of it that's incredibly important here, that many people don't realize. I think, you know, belief comes in layers, right? It's like you have to disbelieve it enough times to believe it, right? So the other part of anger that to me is totally fascinating is that, oh my God, wait a second. The other part of anger, oh my God, I went completely blank.
Well, let's just move on. Right?
No, but it's really important. It's so important to what we're talking about, right? It's
I know, it'll come back.
Yeah, it will come back. It's okay. So I went, you know, I'm talking about the stories, right? So let me go back to this thing that I wanted to show you, and to share, and I think hopefully I have it here. I had it open. I opened something. Oh my God, this is tough, because I have a new Chrome system, and it's driving me crazy. Wait. Oh, it should be here. Not here.
A little better view. Oh, man. Working out.
No, I can't find it now. I can't find it. It's going to take too long. I had it open, but I can't open it now for some reason, because I need to understand this system. It's something.
Oh, let's just keep talking.
Well, yeah, but anyway, we're talking about the first one I remember is that, you know, it's such a shame that I cannot find it, but the purpose of that was basically to say, you know, let me do this, anger quotes, because there was one immediately that came out. The thing is that,
well, anger is looked upon as a negative in our society. So don't be angry at all costs, right? And so people get into this like mind fuck, that's what I call it, right? About all this political correct nonsense, which, you know, may work. Like, yes, there is. It's just a fucking like a shot in the bomb. That's what the same thing. It's mind fuck with words, or a shot in the bomb just to subdue.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, you gotta do that sometimes. But let's just talk about. We know that. Yeah,
but wait. I just remember.
But let's talk about what the average person could do to but give me a second get
here.
Their anger, to their anger. It's okay. First of all, that's what we're saying, right? Good. Angry. Good, you're angry. Grab your anger. You know, get angry. I have gotten angry so many times at people because I actually, you know, anger was expressed quite in my family. Violently times, and I got angry. Fuck, I would get really angry. I have a terrible temper.
Yeah,
it doesn't come out that much, but but people that have seen it know.
Here's the part,
and they try to run to the other end of the universe, actually. So I mean, I can really, when
Yeah,
I get
okay.
angry, I can just destroy everything.
Yeah, I
Like, I
know.
will tear
Exactly.
people to bits. Like, I would destroy a man's whole identity, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
if they make me
Yeah.
angry enough. And there's nothing
Okay.
left.
So
It's
the
just like
part
a burn
that's important that
So I can express my anger. I
yeah,
do.
exactly. Yeah, and you can honor it and acknowledge it, okay? So the
Yeah.
other part that I wanted to say before that I forgot, which is the most important one, is that it is scientifically proven that human nature is not violent. That violence is not genetic, and we already know that we are creating our genetic system with our perceptions and our thoughts. So violence is
Agreed.
not human nature. It's not our nature to be angry or to even be violent, basically. Okay, so we are not violent beings, which is even worse because it's not in our nature, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just the lie.
And
The
this is
lie. There's
proven.
a big lie out there that it was, but
Yeah. So the other thing is that, as you say, this thing, stays in you, and you want to, destroy. It's the murderous part of anger, right? The thing is that we are we are electromagnetic beings, spiritual beings,
turned up to
and,
11.
and biological beings, which means that the three bodies are interacting with one another. And obviously, anger, you have two huge, the most important feelings in the universe, or not in this world, hopefully not in the entire universe, which is hate and love. You cannot pretend that if they both are feelings that come from the heart, they're not going, they're not there, or they don't deserve acknowledgement or anything else, right?
Yeah.
Because anger is the first thing that comes out when somebody attacks you.
Right.
When you're
So
attacked.
what are symptoms of suppressed anger?
Well, I think
what are symptoms of suppressed anger? Give me a symptom of suppressed anger that you've experienced in society at large. Suppressed anger. Okay, I'll start off with
it's one of the most lethal things.
Cancer is a symptom of suppressed anger. Can be.
Yeah, yes.
Because if you don't get it out, it'll stay inside and it will get you. So that's one.
The one that's not going to get others is going to get you. No doubt.
Yeah, if you refuse to get angry and you absolutely, swallow all the bullshit and wouldn't say shit if your mouth was full of it. I love that expression. For years and years, well, guess what? You're probably going to get fucking cancer. But yeah, and most people that I know with cancer have signs of that suppressed anger.
No doubt. No doubt.
It's only one expression.
It's a force.
Do you have another example?
Well,
of some anger?
To me, another one that's hugely damaging is passive aggression.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
Passive aggression is like lethal. It can tamper with your body. It can kill you.
Yeah, I know. That's why you got to have, carry your sword of truth with you wherever you go, and just call it out. I mean, sometimes you can just laugh and look away, but if you're in some kind of situation where you have to respond to somebody who's trying to fuck with you, excuse my language, whatever. And sometimes it can be the peace of the government or whatever. You you know, you have to, what was it? Oh God, yeah. So the anger and the passive aggressiveness and or the border, right? And you go like, you know, you can't actually blow up in a rage, but you might be able to. I've actually been been stopped by the cops with an ex-boyfriend who went into a flying fit of rage because that's what he was like. And they let us go, so it's never, you know, work for him. I don't know, like, it just comes back to the truth, you know? If you get to the truth, and if the anger leads to the truth, and everyone hears the truth, and the truth actually is the thing with the most and the weight. Yeah, now the passive-aggressive stuff, it's just like, you know, that, it's just leaving that dirty energy underwear, as Andrew Bartzis calls it, behind.
Yes.
And it's just crap, and it's just stuff you gotta clear out.
It's recycling the same water in the dishwasher. Yeah.
Right. Exactly, and it's they're in systems. I always find if they're systems like, you know, government, anything to do with education or industry or, you know, the workforce, which is why I steer clear of all that stuff. I mean, I'm this independent, self-employed person, and anyone can do that. And people need to know everybody has a God-given right to conduct any sort of commerce and business in their own name. You don't need any approval or a license or a
credentials.
Nonsense.
Credentials. Believability.
Right. You don't have to do any of that. All that stuff is fakery cash grabs. And there's nothing the government can do. They know that's the truth. It's not like you're being an anarchist, even though it is in a way, but it's the absolute, you know, it's the common law. And it's just that we are just so infiltrated with this nonsense, as though setting up you know, all these registrations is going to get you business. It doesn't. You might pay all those fees and everything and put your sign up and nobody comes. You know, that's, they don't help you get business.
And besides, I mean, we're living in a world where we are attacked. Here's the part that I think is really important about anger, okay, that people don't understand. We are human animals, okay? Let's take the dog, for instance. Right. Okay, the dog will confront, will get pissed off, will do the fight. You know, do the fight and then go to a corner and lick his wounds until it's ready to move on from that. We humans not only skip the wow, you know, the response to the attack,
right?
But we also want to skip the licking your own wounds, because of course, who wants to acknowledge that anybody wanted to do any wounds to you in this paradise that we've made for each other? Therefore, you know, so if you go through the entire list of quotes about anger, you know, I was going, I don't know if I have a perfect example of a great story about anger, because I've been always, I never repress my anger. So the only option when you don't repress your anger because you honor it is to transmute it, right? Is to use it for the benefit of you and others and for the benefit of free will, right? Because that's what's been repressed. It is the warrior spirit that's repressed through repressing anger. That's why we don't respond, right? We don't respond to the attack.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I know.
There is with the, you know, the part of the dog is so perfect as a model, right? Because literally anger will be the force of change anyway. You know, if you're happy and content with the environment, you're not going to be angry.
Well, you know, you can get angry, but you can express express it in a way that, like, you could write an article and publish it, and make jokes out of it, and the next thing you know, your anger's gone, and you have like sort of exploded this little, you know, dark pocket of anger. Are you having trouble hearing me?
No. It's just the sun. The sun. I'm hearing you perfect.
All right. Okay, great. So and then that little pocket of anger is gone.
Yeah. So I have a story.
It doesn't have to be much. Like sometimes, right? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I have a story because, as I said, you know, I've been kind of working with this a lot, and I love the anger because when it manifests in the way, in the moment that has to manifest, is great. So I'm working. I think I mentioned this to you. I told you. But so I was working at Univision TV, you know, and I had one of my account. It's 2000, and it's the World Cup, the soccer World Cup. And I have sold the package because all my clients are the agencies, you know, McDonald's, Budweiser, Six Flags, you know.
Right.
So I sold the package to Giant, you know, from the World Cup. And Giant in the East Coast is like Safeway, you know. Like Safeway's grocery store. So it happened. This is my boss, you know, the best boss I have ever had in my life, because he's that guy, the guy that gets angry. But after he gets angry, it's like it never happened before. You know, it's like he gets it out. You know, I love that guy. So
I'm good. I'm just doing a Google Hangout. Come on and introduce yourself. We're live on the air. You're going to be live on the air. Yep. This is one of my neighborhood friends. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey.
This is Luz. Luz, Aguirrebena.
Hey.
This is, of course, me. This is Debbie. She's great in the neighborhood here. She's one of our grounding life beings in Aldergrove.
Yep, this is
nice to meet you, Debbie. I can't see you though.
Yeah. Well, here, just get it. But Debbie, that bowl right there, that's all free.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Free. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Perfect. So I let you know. So
is that better?
Okay, I'm getting out of the sun. I'm moving myself with the sun here. Okay, good. This is why I went to a room with sun all around.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk soon, eh?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, bye-bye.
That's all free up there?
Yeah. The jewelry, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got rid of the jewelry. It was just so stupid, and I'm turning it into an actual photo studio gallery. And I got some new work back. Look at this. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I'm putting my own work in finally, right? Doing some little products. You probably can't get the.
I love it what you're doing. It's fantastic.
You never see it because through the lens, you can't get the fine quality of it. It's luminescent. That's all I want to say. It's luminescent.
Yeah.
It's unbelievably gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a metallic lead with a nice flush mount. That is $100. And
amazing.
And that's my product series. Normally something like this for $350. Yeah. So everything that I'm doing here is extremely good price. That's all I'm gonna say. But whatever.
I love it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just. Don't worry about that. I'm yeah, whatever. Let's get back to anger.
Okay, perfect. So Rudy, my boss, my best boss ever, you know, I come to the office and he says, Luz, I have to talk to you. I go, what? He says, and he had a feud, you know, that this is a Cuban American guy, and of course, you know, and he has this thing of, you know, the feud, Latino males, you know, like roosters, you know, fighting with each other, whatever. So the guy, you know, the owner of the agency that had Giant happened to be one of his enemies, you know. So it's kind of with a grin, you know. He's going, By the way, you know, that package that you sold to Giant, you know, the billboards and everything, we cannot honor them because we did the logs and they don't fit in. Period. And he's kind of like, haha, you know, haha, you know, your client that I don't like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I go, what? He said, yeah, we cannot honor them. And I go, oh my God, you know. Well, if your word doesn't mean anything, my word means something. And if you think I'm going to stand for this, you are kidding me. And I get on a rant. I'm telling you, Ellen, it was like unbelievable. His office was kind of like at the end of the hall, and my desk was right by his office, and I would go from his office to the reception and back like that, screaming bloody murder, you know.
Yeah, right.
Like, ah! Yeah, right. I could see people coming out of the other offices, you know, with their heads going, what the hell is going on here? It really sounded like, I mean, he's the one who screams all the time. Nobody, you know, it's like, what? You know, we're used to his screaming, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm going back and forth, and then at some point after it was enough, until my body decided to rant enough, you know, the ranting was enough, I look at myself in the reception's glass, the reflection, and I hear this voice saying, okay, Luzma, you did it, okay, now it's time to stop, okay?
Yeah.
So I stop, you know, and I go to his office, and he says, close the door, sit down, and let me tell you one thing. He says, nobody knows this. He says, but the only way to shut me out is screaming louder than me, and you did it.
Oh, God. That's
Genius.
funny.
He's going, genius, you did it. I can't believe you did it. Thank you. He goes, thank you. It's the only way to do it, he says, you know.
Yeah.
You gave me. I mean, honestly, I love that guy so much because he was so transparent and honest, right, with his anger and everything. And it was kind of like, you know, like a discussion of a 40-year-old couple, you know, typical like that, you know, really funny. Anyway, so that's a great example where, you know, I mean, if you're going to say that any manifestation of anger, you know, you don't know how it's directed. But if you're going to blast out any manifestation of anger, sorry, but you're basically cutting the child's voice off. Period. You know, then if you cannot manifest anger because you've been attacked, it means that you have to pretend you were not attacked. You know?
And and what, like for me, when I suppress anger, my legs get sore. I get pains in my legs.
In your thighs?
My calves.
Me too.
No, in my calves. More.
Oh no, me
I've
in
got
my thighs.
pain right now because I've been working out. That's a different type. But no, it's a totally different. It's in my legs, all my whole legs, but it's really in my calves. It's just like low, and it's a common thing. I know a lot of people that happens when you're angry. You can't suppress it. You get so angry because something's happening to you. So usually a couple of days, and you're fighting something. And
So we're going to the root of the anger, and here's the thing that I found through the quotes. Okay. That to me is one of the most amazing quotes in the world, which is one from a French philosopher called Gaston Blanchard. And he says, what's the root of human suffering? You know, and he answers the question and he says, it is in the moment that you hesitated to speak. In the moment that you chose to remain silent.
Well, you know that. I mean, yes, in reference to
because you were a child and you could not do it. You were a child.
Here we go. Yeah, okay, but here we go. I want to take an offshoot here because, you know, that may be true in reference to A, a certain type of person, and B, a certain situation. But it's not a universal truth at all, that quote. Because, you know, I've heard a different type of person may run off at the mouth all the time and should actually stop before they this thing. And I know myself, I've often been very glad that I have held my tongue in many situations.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. No. Wait. That's what comes. Yeah. But where does that come from? It comes from the child that didn't have a choice. None of us had a choice in this 3D dimension. We didn't have a choice. Our voice was not heard. It was not heard.
No,
the thing is that, of course, as a teenager, you become rebellious because of that, and then you know, your tongue is before you, right?
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for sure. And then you get.
But it's that moment of the child that was not acknowledged. What I mean, and what happens with that is that if you don't acknowledge the pain and the aggression behind the anger, you're not acknowledging the person, and the person becomes like a painting on the wall, you know. So what a great way to not, it's a great way also to suppress compassion, because then the child is not modeled compassion towards herself.
Yeah,
so she can have compassion towards others. That way Hitler can kill millions of people because he has a whole generation of Germans that have been, you know, abused as children, their voice cut off, and don't have any compassion. So anger and compassion and trust and has a lot to do with it's the tool, right, that they use to, as you said before, to turn it around into something bad.
Right. We are such complex, you know, humanity is just, you know, unbelievably complex. And what has, you know, transpired over these eons of, you know, society that's rolled from one to the other, one to the other. You know, civilizations come and gone. And yet, you know, here we are still in the time of the oneness, because now it's all one because of, you know, our technology, and also this current, you know, one timeline we're on, which is getting, you know, esoteric, but getting back to, you know, the emotions and the compassion and the anger, and how that's because we're human, but that is all energy, and that they're like, you know, they are like the ingredients in the soup, and they make the soup, which is your life, you know, more enjoyable. And when they try to take out all these ingredients, everything becomes, you know, like freaking dishwater soup. And that's what most people's lives are like, honestly. Most people are depressed, they're bored, they're cut off from everything, because that's what this society and the parents is designed to do, is to absolutely block those pathways through to space, say, you know, to the causes, to our divine nature. Block them, because they scare, right? Or they scare people in power to keep the systems going that, you know, really diabolical, because they're so benefiting a few people. But society's really not that bad. I mean, it isn't. You know, there's good people in all the systems. There has to be. You know, and they're just going through their various phases of awakening. Like for me, I can't imagine what it would be like to, say, a school teacher or a nurse or something, or have to deal with, you know, not only the system that way, your employers and the government, take it out, or just something like a health inspector or anything like that, where it's like, you know, there's necessity to it, right? You know, you're teaching kids, you're helping kids, you're doing things. You know, it's a huge responsibility, and really, in fact, yet there's so much control around it that, for the reasons of control, because they don't. The people that are controlling just don't want the pathways through the space to be talked about. And by pathways through the space, I'm meaning our connection to the divine, where we can wake up and see and realize and have joy and fun, and, you know, which is the one thing we can do just on our own with our family that is somehow supposed to, you know, balance the rest of the bullshit that we're supposed to put up with when we go to work, right? But there should be no bullshit at all, right? So it's got to be. So we're allowed to have it at times. And so, but these are. So we all have it. We all know. So why aren't we living as a one unification? Like everything's together, balanced. We have the right portion of, you know, respect for our feelings, and the ability to call out when we are when someone's screwing with you, right? That's
exactly.
Because that's what happens to me all the time. Is I will get screwed with, or someone will be giving me bad vibes, I don't even know, because I'm like trying to be nice, right? And it just turns out to be something stupid, a wrong idea they had, and I mean that's just as good going on the whole life. It goes on with everybody too, and so you go to because we're just cut off from our true natures, our true selves, our expression.
Cut out from divinity. From divinity. Remember, anger is a gift from divinity to.
Right.
To
all of it is.
Yeah.
And so is joy, and so is, you know, these are all in love and all that. It's a connection to so we can put ourselves into a broader context than just, you know, this. I mean, I don't participate in it much because I've just done so much of it that it's such bullshit. Everyone is so full of bullshit. I can hardly stand it. You know, I can hardly, like, have a relationship. I can hardly, you know, do anything for any length of time with us.
Very hard.
That's why I'm alone, right? And I'm okay that way. I got control over that part, right? So, because I'm constantly deflecting bullshit. But as I just pay attention to my own area and that's it, I get less of the bullshit because there's nothing to attack me for, right? I'm not playing their game. Anyway, the whole thing of society and job is playing their game, and it's all attached to money.
Well, you're talking about education. The part that kills me is the part about humans learning through modeling. So I think I always say this because I think it's so perverse to know scientifically that humans learn through modeling, and we are teaching them through lectures and punishment. So what we're really doing is punishing them for doing what we are doing. You know, think about
well, that sounds like parenting and education,
You know, I mean, in the mind of the child, so you know, don't do as I do, but do as I say. You know, it's completely contrary to the human nature anyway. You know.
So people grow up with not doing nothing but irony and double doors and mirrors of everything. You know, it's no wonder we've got a bunch of kids with working on that.
And the other thing with suppressing anger is that they are literally, I said that before, but I think it's really important, is that to reiterate it, is that it's the rainbow warrior. It's the they have repressed the collective rainbow warrior, which is coming now, and it's us, the ones that are going, okay, it's okay, it's
the rainbow warrior. Okay, yeah, let's get these terms out there. Yeah, like these terms.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a spiritual warrior. They made sure that right, that the spiritual warrior.
Right, spiritual warrior.
The spiritual warrior is completely suppressed, right? So that through suppressing anger, the anger part is so important in the equation, the way it's. The virus is planted. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just feel right now that we're definitely on a way out. We're on a way out of the system, and by all accounts, from every alternative news source, let's call it that right now. True, it seems like we are on the way out. So honestly, for me, having planned it for so long and taken so many risks to be at the right place at the right time to enable myself to, I don't know, have and do what I want, then it's, so I lost my train. Okay,
it's okay. It happens all the time. To me, it's like when there is a thought that's very exciting that I want to talk about it, and I cannot because it's a whole new conversation, I get lost most of the time.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like I feel like I'm writing a paragraph, and so sometimes when I'm writing, because I'm actually talking like the way I write, I can come back when I'm writing, but I can't do it when I'm speaking, right? So
yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to make
but it comes back all the time.
I kind of back up on a point, and then I forget what I'm backing up. I talk about how I'm backing the point. Get the point. Anyway, so what is that? Okay, the multiverse. The multiverse.
Yeah, I really wanted to share,
I'm lucky, you're lucky, but I'm not lucky really. I have been the wounded warrior all life. I mean, it hasn't been easy for me at all. I'm just coming out of so much crap myself. I feel like I've carried so many other people's burdens in this life. It was something that I did when I was younger as a child because, it was part of the family dynamic because I was the stronger, more stable one. And so I was able to carry the burdens of my brother, my sister, my mother, and father, because they were not as stable. They were, had darkness or whatever, and not really all better, but yeah. Right. So I had to be like, okay, I'll just whatever. It's okay. I can explain it right now, and so I have done that. It's kind of multiplied. And so I'm trying to get it off my power. My physical etheric body, I'm trying to get it out of my head, out of my here. It feels like a cut off, right? And,
it's the pineal gland. It's the pineal gland.
Oh yeah, like this whole not having having to wait and watch so much bullshit because I didn't have the power as a child to change it.
And actually, the anger thing is one of the things that the New Age swallowed like a honey pill.
Yeah, I know. Right.
You tell me symptoms of people who are, everything is nice, and you can't say anything, my God.
You sound really angry. You're really angry right now.
Yeah, I know.
So like, whoa, something's wrong, or with you, or so that they've got a better age, they're better than you. yeah, that's big time. But yeah, I don't mind the anger. I feel like I have stayed myself. It's just been integral to myself. I've only been able to move forward successfully in any area as far as my ability to accept how I was allowing myself to enjoy my life and express myself to the world and the public at this particular rate, which is, you know, sort of a slower rate than most people. And it's so that because I had to stay true to myself. That's what it was. I didn't want to fake myself out. I mean, I did as a child or a teenager. You try all kinds of personalities. My 20s as well. I tried this, I tried that. I mean, I was in a freaking alternative girl band. You know, I mean, I did all kinds of things. I'm a performance artist. You know, it just goes on and on. I did a million jobs. I've done all kinds of things, right? So I've had all the opportunities to be around people. But to get to actually truly be, you know, happy with your decisions, like I'm doing this, I want, you know, when people, what would you really have to do? Oh, I love the Aguirrebena Island or whatever, right? Well, I actually tried all that. I did it because I didn't have responsibilities of the family.
Yeah, and that's a very good point. That's a very good point. When you have a family, you can't do that. You can go on the adventure, on the rebellion. You know, it's different.
I know. Yeah, you're stuck in a thing. And it's good for a lot of people. It really is. I've seen, you know, kids can absolutely improve a person's life.
Go with your sisters, your daughters. Come on.
You know, they definitely bring up a positive element to some people's lives. But you know, the truth is that some people, like myself, you know, the freedom came first, right? And it really meant that, you know, I wasn't going to compromise my freedom to have children. And the only way that I could get all that freedom would have been if I had been rich. Or my husband was rich, and that didn't happen. I didn't get anything.
And
that's why.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's very difficult, man. I tried both, and I really believe it's very difficult. You know, I raised my first son with a nanny, and it was a pleasure. You know, I worked, I did everything.
Absolutely going to have a nanny. There's no way I was going to not have a nanny. Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a word. It's not a world for very, very, you know, welcoming for children, you know. And that's the other collective message, you know. It's like you don't have a family leave act, you know. Parents are not supported to have the child.
All they do is freaking buy strollers and enroll them in, you know, there's hardly any real time for them. But anyway.
So we're getting very close
to the point.
Yeah.
Oh, we are too, eh? Okay, well, just wrap it up. That
I want you to wrap it up.
I was able to. So now I want to really. I have to be. You know, now I'm 52, and I want to be really careful. So it's really about being so careful to myself. Only my spirit seems to only allow me to flourish at times and in places and with doing certain things. And I kind of feel it out, you know, which area to go in. And, you know, just on its own. But I feel first time in my whole life that I actually am going the right way. And that I can actually see fun stuff happening in my complete being will allow it. That I'm not going to be like, you know, hiding something or, you know, that it's done the right way. And that's the way I feel now. And it feels like it should have had 20, but it didn't. I got to get my cord. And I know we're done, right?
Yeah.
We're pretty much done. Is this it?
We're pretty much done,
okay.
Yes.
Well, then I'll just...
Yeah, we not yet. We still have 2 more minutes to go. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ellen. Yeah.
You're welcome. Thanks. Is that
This was great. We'll do a lot more. We'll have the Hawk Mastermind coming on Thursday at 1 p.m. And we'll do a lot more of these conversations. And I really want to do the next time we meet to have the quotes ready and go one by one, because it's going to help so much kind of understand, you know, where
Do you know what mindset looking up greeting card collection?
No, I'm talking about the quotes about anger in the internet that I plan to do today.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be really fascinating, because the three I saw before I started the conversation with you were like, whoa, you know, like there were three conversations all together, you know. So we'll do a second part on anger on that. I think that'd be great.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Okay, darling.
Yeah.
Happy New Year! White Hawk!
New Year, yeah. Oh, yeah. We made it, right?
We made it, yeah. Yeah, and we are transmuting anger. We are transmuting anger. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.